What do you think you could have done differently or better to stay this week?
Aloha, Sharon. Um, this week, I I probably could have communicated better with those who I needed to communicate better with in order to stay this week. I know I had a conversation with Mackenzie, probably much too late, I think, than was required about not talking to her when she won the veto and, trying to get her to use it on me because that was the plan. Probably not checking in as much as I could have when it came to where the votes were between Chelsea and Cam. I think I assumed too much this week, which, especially where we are in numbers and we're down to the wire, I know I shouldn't have done. Um, but sometimes you get kind of comfortable in this house, and also you put off, um, you put off like the idea that I could be going home this week because it is so stressful already. So then to have that on top of it, um, so yeah, I probably could have just had more conversations, checked in more, make sure those conversations were effective conversations too. Um, but you know what? I did what I thought was what I had to do in the moment. And now in hindsight, of course, 2020 is always hindsight. I wish I had done things differently a little bit. But it is what it is at the end of the day. And I'm grateful to even be in the final five.
Where do you think your game went wrong, and what do you attribute to your eviction?
I think my game was up until this point, um, in a good place, considering the fact that I've been on the block so often, and also too that my name has been in circulation as someone to keep an eye out for. Um, the fact that I was able to make it to Final Five is incredible, considering all those things. But I do think specifically, I think I just assumed too much, and I wasn't as aggressive as I should have been in having certain conversations with people that would secure my spot going forward. And I obviously know that I that was what was necessary, but you watch outside of the house, everyone playing this game, and you think things, are this way, and oh, why didn't you do this? Or you could have done this. But until you're in it and experiencing it, like it's a completely different thing. Um, so, I came into the house not wanting regrets, and I'm walking out with trying to also have that same mindset. Um, but of course, I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, Kim, you could have just done this, Then you could have kept things in a good space and then still been in the game. But again, just very grateful for this opportunity, and I hope I could play this again and then prove myself then and win the whole thing.
Who do you think is playing the best and worst game thus far?
I don't think anyone at this point is playing the worst game. I will highlight the fact that I think everyone's playing what they believe to be their best games. For me, going forward with this current Final Four, because I'm now in jury and because soon we'll be considering, criteria on how we're gonna vote for who the winner of this season is. I do believe that Chelsea is playing an incredible game. She's won when she's had to, even when she didn't want to. And her social game is so good. Um, and people, I don't think are paying enough attention to how amazing of a competitor Chelsea is. I think everyone's looking at Mackenzie because she's winning everything and also has a great social game. But Chelsea, I think, if she's in the final two, could win the whole thing. I'm hoping Rubina gets to the end because I would love that so much. But if I'm purely basing this off of game and strategy and all the things that I found like myself would look at, then Chelsea for sure, I think, is playing the best game.
Who would have been your idea final three and then final two?
My ideal final three would have looked like, I mean, myself, obviously, and Cam and Rubina. I know that going to the end with your friend in this game could get sticky. But for me, in the real world, when if I wasn't able to pull it out and Rubina won the whole thing, in the real world, when my friends win, I win. So I definitely would have viewed it as that. But if it was between Cam and I, then I believe I would have a great shot at winning because the playing field suddenly got more even. But I feel like I've done things in this game that I could have highlighted to prove that I was deserving of winning everything. So that.
And last question. Would you ever play Big Brother again?
Oh my goodness, I would play Big Brother again in a heartbeat, over and over and over again, even after being have not for what, like a third of the summer, and on the block for half of the summer. I love this game so much. This has been such a dream come true. And if Big Brother called, I'd already be on a plane heading over. I love this game. And if that's in my future, I love that for my future self.